All right, before we get into these videos, I just want to let you guys know that these videos are pretty tough to watch. She will be crying. There will be a lot of crying. So just be aware of that. Also, I also mentioned black people a lot. I'm not talking about all black people. I'm not trying to stereotype all black people. I just get emotional. This is a very emotional topic. And I'm not trying to generalize or anything. Well, when I do say black people, I just want you guys to assume that I'm talking about all lower income people, specifically though for me, black, because obviously I can relate to that. Let's get into the video.
Watch snippets and clips of it. I did find someone who posted it on here because I searched it up because I knew somebody was going to post it on here. So I found it, and it will be in my repost for you to go watch. But the mother was like, she had a child, she had a daughter, and her daughter had passed away up in her care. And she did not know how to cope with her baby being gone. So she reached out for help, where she went to the hospital and she got help. So she ended up having another baby in 2018, and DCFS took that child as well. Now, from everything that she was saying on the live, I think that child is still in DCFS custody because she also said that they are abusing her child. So now she just recently had another child, and now DCFS has took that child too. Now the mother did make it clear. She said that she don't have nothing on her background, and she didn't have nothing in her system or none of that will make them take her child, other than they taking her child because of her daughter that passed away in her care. And she was like, the nurses kept coming in and out of her room, back to back, kept on saying, oh, your baby is so cute. Oh, she look like a baby doll. The mother said she will no longer be silent about what is going on and the corruption up in DCFS system. Now, yeah, she did show the DCFS paper, and she read off what they had wrote on there. And it said that the daddy is an unreliable source and is not available to be a resource. They said that the mother have a history of significant untreated health and is not currently engaged in any treatment. They said the baby name, and they said the baby is an infant, and that child is required.
What y'all gonna do? Make this go viral, y'all. Make this go viral. Yeah, no. I'm not allowing. Y'all need to close my door. Y'all need to close my door. Make this go viral. Make this go viral. How Yale kept me hostage in here talking about that they wanted to figure out what was going on with DCF. They trying to take my baby because my other daughter passed away. So yeah, let's do this. No, we need to.
Okay, so yeah, like she said, I mean, and honestly, the way she's acting right now isn't helping the situation at all. You know, I think she seems like she understands why they're there, right? She understands why they're there. She understands why DCFS is there, right? And when DCFS gets involved, I mean, there's really nothing nurses, doctors, anyone in the hospital can do. You know, like, I mean, they can't do anything, right? But the way that she's acting, and I get it, she's emotional, she just had a baby, you know, like, but my thing is, and this is the question, right, that I ask. You went through these things with your previous children, right? And for some reason, she thought it was okay to have another child, right? And for some reason, I'm assuming, you know, like, I'm not here to judge her, you know, her personal decisions, but it seemed like she didn't make she didn't make a good decision, right? She laid down with someone, had sex, and the man isn't there. He's probably no good. You know, like, this is a problem with the culture, right? This is a problem with Black culture. This should not be okay. And anyone in her family allowing, like, who I'm sure there are people probably in her family who are even talking to her, you know, like, cheering her on about having more children, right? That, like, this isn't okay, right? This is not okay. DCFS took her children before, right, and told her, hey, look, we have your children. You need to do X, Y, and Z to prove to us, to show us that you're not a harm to yourself or these children, right? I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Okay, I mean, it seems like they're about to come in and talk to her and explain to her about everything that's going on. But as of right now, the yelling, everything, like, I get it. You know, she just had a baby. She don't want this baby to be taken. However, she is an adult and she's had this done before. So she knows, you know, she knows what she's doing. She knows that this probably was a possibility because it seems like the other child is still with DCFS. Yeah, you see, like, they seem like they came in, you know, like, they're telling her, like, hey, you know, like, we get it, you know, like, do you need time, you know, for you to get dressed so we can have this conversation with you? She seems like she's not really caring. She doesn't want to get dressed, right? And she knows for a fact that she can use that she's not dressed, you know, to defer the police, you know, to have this last as long as possible, right? When realistically, I mean, she can't do this forever, right? She can't sit in here forever, you know, like, she eventually, you know, like, she's going to have to get up. She's going to have to get dressed, you know, and they're going to have to do their jobs, right? But I mean, playing this game like this, she's not doing anything but showing them, you know, showing the DCFS, you know, like, that she really isn't stable enough to take care of a child, you know, like, her recording this right now is proving the point to DCFS, right? She thinks she's doing something good by recording this, which is why it's not good to record everything, right? She thinks it's good that she's recording this when, in fact, it's not. They're literally, this is video evidence to help prove their point that, hey, she is not mentally fit, you know?
We're not doing this. We're not doing this. I'm not even dressed. Y'all got the door open. Weird ass people. Close the door. Hello, I'm not dressed. Y'all exposing me. I do not feel safe. I said I'm not dressed. Me and my daughter's not dressed. Make this go viral. Me and my daughter's not dressed. Make this go viral. Y'all trying to come up in here, say y'all trying to take my kid because my daughter passed away. Y'all weird.
For whatever reason, they don't tell us. I don't know. But are you not cooperating with them? When they do their report, that report goes to the court. And you want your child. You want your child to come home. You want your child to be with you. So when they put negative stuff in there saying that you did, I know it's hard. I know it's hard, baby. I did it with my sister. I know it's hard. This your first baby?
This is my third child, bro. Nobody's gonna take her away from me like this, for real.
It's the way they put you in a program where they
Bro, a program for what? What do I need a program for? I'm not a druggie. I don't have a child abuse. There's nothing wrong with me.
I don't know what the situation is.
My God, bro.
For them to work out, you know, a program so that way you can't get your child back. Whatever the case is, I don't know. They don't tell us that. Well, they tell us that it's a DCF case, and DCF have to come and do whatever we do, and we support them.
She didn't even bring DCF back here. She just fucking left.
Bro, like, what is going on, bro?
So you don't want them to go to court with a negative report and show the judge, because that's going to go against you.
What the hell? They're kidnapping my kid, bro. There's no reason for DCF to be in line. I don't do.
It's crazy, you know, like, and there's people yelling racism. Oh, these people are racist. Oh, you know, like why does race automatically come in mind when you see white people involved with black people, right? This is why we need to educate people, right? People need to be educated. People need to actually learn how to read things and do their own research, right? Come on. You're in a hospital. For one, stop acting like everything's racist. There's more white people here in America than there are black people, okay? So you're always going to see more white people than black people, unless you go to specific neighborhoods or cities, right? There are always going to be more. It's just statistically true, right? It's the truth, right? Just like you're probably going to see a lot more, just like you're going to see, like, you know, more Hispanics working in construction, right? You're going to see more white people, maybe more foreign, actually, maybe even more foreign doctors than you would American doctors, right? Or foreign nurses than American nurses, right? So I mean, like the whole race thing is out of control, and the fact that you're using the race card or blaming race because and I'm sorry to say it, I mean, whatever happened for DCFS to take your daughter, you were being irresponsible in some way. You did something to show that you were not capable physically or mentally, you know, to take care of a child, you know. So the first one died of SIDS, the second one got taken by DCFS, and now you're on your third child, right? This should not be normalized. Why are we normalizing this? Right? Why are we taking up for things like this? Right? We need people in our community to actually come forward and be like, hey, listen, I get it. I get what you're going through. I understand what you're going through. Okay. But the truth is the truth. And the way things are set, you need to follow these procedures, right? Just follow the procedures. She has to go to certain procedures. And I'm not sure how hard these courses are or how hard it is to, get this checklist done that she needs to get done in order for DCFS to be like, okay, we believe you're ready. I don't know, but it needs to be done. And as a parent, as a mom, as a dad, whatever, I feel like if that's what you need to do, then you need to get everything out of your head and focus on getting your child back, right? Pulling out a phone and saying, let's go viral, get out of my room, F y'all, that's not helping the situation. That's not helping at all, but this right here, like I said, like this goes back to the culture, why, we need to teach our children, men, women, how to be men and women, give them, be the role model that they need to be, right? And stop blaming everybody else, and being the victim and blaming everybody else for the reason you're having problems. Okay. And it just bothers me a lot, because nobody is taking accountability here. Right. And by nobody, I mean, she's not taking accountability here. And I'm not sure how true this is, but in the comments, someone said that they were in her family and that the baby, this one that she has right now, is with the family. Right. So, I mean, she needs to do something. She needs to work on herself, and she needs a good support group. She needs family, friends around her that will support her in doing whatever she needs to do, to be able to take care of this child, And I mean, to be honest, she should I hate to be so blunt about it, but y'all, having sex is not just a game. You feel me? There are real, I don't want to say consequences, but there are real results that come from having sex. Okay, you're bringing a life into this world, right? I mean, for me, I know for a fact I'm teaching my daughter, you're not having sex until you're married, right? That's what I believe, and as long as I'm going to be tracking, she's not. Okay, and that's just how it is. This is what we need, and this is why we need fathers in the home, right? We need fathers in the home to teach these men that, hey, you need to step up to the plate and be a man. Teach them responsibilities, right? Because they're damn sure there should have been a dad there. There should have been a man there, right? There should have been a man there. And I'm not saying that there should have been a man there to de-escalate or, stop DCFS from doing what they're doing. No, there should have been a man there so that when they do come and they're like, okay, hey, she's unfit, but we have a man here who can show that he can financially and mentally support this child, at least while the mother is, going through her courses or going through her classes or her checklist, so she can be able to actually be there for her child. Plain and simple. But look, more broken families, right? More kids being taken away, right? It is so damn hard to raise a child by yourself, right? I am a stay-at-home dad, and I have the utmost respect for single mothers, right? But if you have the chance to do it the right way, do it the right way. Okay? Having babies and just having babies, is not as simple as just having a baby. There are so many things that come with having a baby, right? You put everything that you have on the side, everything, your feelings, your time, everything, and it goes towards that baby, right? You are making sure the baby is eating, drinking, sleeping, okay? If the baby is turning, coughing, doing anything weird, you feel me? You need to be up messaging I know they do the Minute Clinic or whatever, where you can contact the doctors directly, right? You need to be contacting them and asking questions. You feel me? Hey, is this okay? Or this okay? Or hey, is this, what's you need to be on top of it, okay? Especially if you're going in this by yourself. You feel me? You need the support system. I don't understand why families even support their children having babies by themselves. Okay? Hell no. Y'all need to be let it known that, hey, you are my daughter. You are not having kids, and you need to understand that if you are going to have a kid, you need to have a man with you. You need to be married. You need to have values for yourself so
So you can teach your children these values. You know how hard it is growing up in a low income area or a low income family with children, multiple. So what? More what? You're just gonna rely on public assistance?